Motivation, the thing we're all chasing, is kind of a scam. It's a bold statement. But stick with me for the next few minutes, and you might never wait for motivation again. Let's explore a perspective that might completely transform how you think about getting things done. The idea that motivation, something we're all desperately chasing, might actually be holding us back from achieving our goals. It's a bold claim, but understanding this could revolutionize your approach to personal growth and success. We've all experienced that euphoric rush of motivation. You know the feeling. You're watching an inspiring video, reading powerful quotes, or listening to that perfect song that makes you feel like you could conquer the world. Suddenly, everything seems possible. You're ready to write that book, transform your fitness, launch that business venture, or completely reorganize your life. But here's where things get interesting and a bit uncomfortable. That incredible surge of motivation, it typically lasts about as long as your favorite song. 20 minutes later, you're back to scrolling through social media, promising yourself you'll start tomorrow. This isn't a personal failure. It's actually a perfectly normal pattern that reveals something crucial about how motivation really works. Here's the fundamental truth that most productivity gurus won't tell you. Motivation is nothing more than a feeling. And like all feelings, it's inherently temporary and unreliable. The most successful people in any field aren't the ones who wait for motivation to strike. They're the ones who've built robust systems, established consistent habits, and learned to take action regardless of their emotional state. Consider something you do every single day without fail, like brushing your teeth. You don't wake up each morning feeling particularly inspired or motivated to do it, right? But you still do it, consistently and without much internal debate. Why? Because it's become an automatic habit, a system that operates independently of your emotional state. This simple example actually reveals the secret to sustainable achievement. Motivation isn't entirely useless. Think of it like the starter motor in your car. It can help get things moving initially, but it's not what keeps you going down the road. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is the actual engine, the fuel system, the steering mechanism, all the components that actually move you toward your destination. Understanding this distinction is crucial for long-term success. Here's something particularly powerful. You don't actually need to feel ready or motivated to start making progress. In fact, the action itself creates the momentum that can carry you forward. Even microscopic steps, writing a single sentence, doing one push-up, working for just 5 minutes, can generate enough momentum to keep you moving. Your brain is naturally wired to continue activities once they're in motion. Let's break down some practical strategies you can implement immediately to transform your approach. First, stop waiting for motivation and start creating non-negotiable routines. Instead of saying, "I'll work out when I feel inspired," establish a clear system. I work out at 7 a.m. on weekdays, period. This eliminates the need for emotional decision-making and creates a reliable framework for progress. Second, embrace the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately without hesitation. For larger tasks, commit to just 2 minutes of focused work. You'll often find that once you've started, continuing becomes surprisingly easy. This approach bypasses the need for motivation entirely. Third, master the art of habit stacking. Attach new habits to existing ones that are already firmly established in your routine. After pouring your morning coffee, read 1 page. After finishing dinner, take a brief walk. After shutting down your laptop, spend 3 minutes stretching. Your brain naturally connects these linked behaviors, making new habits easier to maintain. Fourth, shift your focus from tracking feelings to tracking actions. Instead of evaluating whether you felt motivated enough today, ask yourself, did I show up? Did I take the actions I committed to? This simple shift in perspective can dramatically improve your consistency and results. Fifth, develop a relationship with discipline that's firm but compassionate. Discipline isn't about harsh self-punishment. It's about showing up consistently for yourself, especially when it's inconvenient. Think of it as a form of self-respect rather than a burden. Let's acknowledge something important. You're going to have off days. Days when you're exhausted, distracted, or simply not feeling it. That's completely normal and human. But this is precisely why systems trump motivation every time. When your emotions are screaming, skip it, your established habits can quietly guide you forward. There's something beautiful about this approach. The more you show up and do the work, the easier it becomes. You build confidence through consistency. You develop resilience through repetition. This is what authentic success looks like. Not the highlight reel of motivation, but the quiet power of showing up day after day, regardless of how you feel. Look at the people you genuinely admire. They're rarely the ones posting the most inspirational quotes or making the most noise about their journey. They're the ones who consistently show up, put in the work, and keep moving forward regardless of their emotional state. That's the real measure of success. The next time you catch yourself waiting for motivation to strike, try this instead. Just start. Take one small action, make one decision, move forward in some tiny way. The results might surprise you. Remember that motivation is temporary, but habits are powerful. Discipline isn't punishment, it's self-respect in action. And that life you're dreaming of? It's not waiting for you to feel ready or inspired. It's waiting for you to begin. So stop scrolling for inspiration. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect feeling. Stop hoping motivation will suddenly appear and solve everything. Instead, focus on building systems, creating habits, and taking consistent action. Because ultimately, it's not about how you feel, it's about what you do. Alright, that's a wrap for today's episode. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on more tips to improve your English. And hey, if you want to take your learning to the next level, check out the books I've linked in the description. These are some of the best resources to boost your vocabulary, grammar, and confidence in English. Blast off!